Hello, Scorpio. How are you doing? My name is SimplyVelca, and I'm going to be doing your general reading, or not general reading. I'm going to be doing your love reading this week. So I'm going to be speaking in terms of love, but keep in mind this could be dealing with a potential friendship, a platonic friendship as well. I'll be speaking in the narrative of a relationship, but remember, put this in perspective. I'm just a man reading some tarot cards. I always ask you to rely on your intuitions because you know your situation better than I do. So rely on your intuition. Take the cards that resonate and leave what doesn't. I'm not going to take it personally. So I'm going to be pulling 3 cards for you, Scorpio, so I can get a general idea of the energy of this situation, and then from there we'll just deep dive. Now, when it comes to this reading, I really hope it does provide a sense of direction for you, and if it does, please give me a like and subscribe because I would appreciate it so much. And so, yeah, let me just pull one more card for this, and then I guess I don't need to pull a card. So I already have it. It's interesting. I pulled the High Priestess number 2, so write that down, Scorpio, for numerology. We have the High Priestess card, the Ace of Wands inverted, and then the Star card. So just right off the bat, the High Priestess card, you're both spiritual people, extremely spiritual people with the High Priestess card coming in. I feel like this is both, and I feel like this is like a collective energy. Usually with these types of readings, right, there'd be like a side. I don't feel like there's really a side. I feel like you guys are kind of like same person almost. It's just, I feel like this just message is just together. I feel like your person, even if they're not a Scorpio, could read this reading and be like, oh yeah, this is about me. If you took out the Scorpio part and you're just like, hey, watch this video, which you should, but you're just like, oh, watch the Zodiac reading video, it's for your Zodiac, and you just have them watch it, I'd be like, oh, they would relate to this hardcore. So let's go I never got into the overall message for it though. I feel like you guys are intertwined, and I feel like you guys are doing something together or trying to make something work, but ego is coming into play. We have the 3 of air, and then the ego card, number 15, equaling to 6. So this is letting me know that because you guys are so similar, you guys are butting heads on something. Maybe you're butting heads on a project or something. I feel like it's just, you guys are so intertwined, so I just feel like it's natural for you guys to just butt heads on things. But with the ego card, this talks about false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on the material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. The 3 of air says just great sadness, taking time to heal, and the need to forgive yourself or others. Ace of water, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition. You guys are definitely spiritual people. I know that for a fact. Or you just have extremely strong intuition, which I believe intuition is just a link to your ancestors, your spirit guides, angels, and so on. But you guys are kind of going through a learning phase. And I kind of wonder if this will make or break y'all. That just came to mind, but I feel like this is kind of a intense moment. We'll definitely see with more cards. I'm going to pull more. But this is what I'm getting from this. It's you guys are butting heads on something. Egos maybe at play here from one side or the other. It's very hard. I can't really speak on sides on this because, again, I just feel like this is such an intertwined reading for both of you guys. So, I feel like you both could just relate to this message as a whole. I don't feel like there's any party that's just guilt-free. Does that make sense? Because I feel like I just feel like you guys are just, you guys are the Fool in reverse. Scorpio. Girl, look at this. Look at this card. We're judging you. We're both judging you here. We're judging you here because it's with this Fool card in reverse, someone is almost retreating. Knight of Coins. Someone's retreating. It's almost okay, this is such a random storyline, but how I always say with the Knight of Coins, or just knights in general, it's new energy. It's almost as if someone's wanting to be more adventurous in something and it's not resonating with the other person. It could be a dynamic of one's an introvert and one is an extrovert. One is all work, the other one's all play. I feel like it's kind of just this yin and yang, it's just it makes sense, right? Because you guys are so intertwined. I feel like it's just one of those things that your differences are now kind of like differences are now coming to light. And it's one of those times where it's like during like those quarantine couples, where it's like these couples never spent that much time together because they always would just be at work during the day and come home and see each other for a couple hours. This is that kind of energy. And then it's just like during quarantine, then you guys had to spend a bunch of time together, and it's just like, do I actually like you? Sort of things. Like, are we actually even the same, like similar? Which you guys are. Like this reading, like I've never had this happen before, where it's just like just the same energy. You guys are so intertwined. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Bring love into the situation. Believe in the impossible. It's interesting because this belief, like with this ego card as well, it's almost as if someone's lost faith in something. Someone's lost faith, someone's lost their spark, someone's lost something. Someone's kind of like losing hope, perhaps, from this. This is like it's definitely taking a blow on, like someone's getting an emotional toll. Is like, it's, well, what is that? That didn't even make sense. So this is taking an emotional toll on one of you guys, if not both. This is probably just extremely challenging for both of you guys. And it's like you're being asked to bring love into the situation. You're being asked to meditate and contemplate, because it's like maybe you guys just need to step away from each other. You know, using that quarantine analogy with the couple. One of you guys maybe get like an Airbnb for a weekend or like a week and just have some separate space so you can like miss each other again. I feel like that's what it is. I feel like you guys need to miss each other a little bit. I feel like you're getting so much overexposure with one another that it's just, when you catch yourself, and I feel like we're all guilty of this, and maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just projecting, but I feel like, whenever like someone just frustrates you initially, or you're just in a bad mood, because it doesn't have to be like a long-term thing, it could just be like in the moment thing that causes like tiff that y'all had. And when you're just like irritated and then everything that person does just irritates you, I feel like that would like, because you guys haven't had like a moment to just like reset, so you like reset that irritation. Because let's just be real, we all have that like battery when it comes to dealing with each individual person. It doesn't matter how much you love them. Naturally, there's just gonna need to be a time of like some separation so you can miss each other. Physical touch is important. That came forward to you. Number 47, if I know my math, that would be 11. So number 11, write that down for you, Scorpio. This physical touch, I feel it's interesting how it's telling you that you guys need distance from each other, but it's maybe, yeah, no, I still stand by this. I feel like this card is more of a, when it's like running on fumes, and it's just like, because there's like no reset, you guys are just running on fumes, and so everything starts becoming routine. Your good morning texts don't hit the same. Like you just do everything like, like it's one of those things that just everything becomes routine. It doesn't feel as romantic anymore. It doesn't feel as sincere. And so that's why maybe there's like a situation where someone wants to just kind of like give up, because it's just like, this doesn't feel the same as it was before. Shark card, trust your instincts. So another intuition card. That's 3 intuition cards. You guys, this reading is just doing nothing but affirming stuff. I'm just saying it now. I know this reading is just doing nothing but affirming stuff for you guys. I'm not telling you anything that y'all don't already know. Because of this all this intuition coming in, y'all already know this. The Elk card comes in, standing tall in your dignity, and no matter what, others will treat you with the respect that you deserve. So for whoever is receiving this reading, Scorpio, I feel like you kind of need to stand your ground. I don't feel like any party needs to change. That's what I'm getting. Like, I feel like no party needs to change. This 2 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, no party needs to change in this situation. I feel like it's just a situation where it's like you guys need to miss each other and honor yourself. Both y'all need to honor your own personalities and start trying to make it work with one another instead of trying to spare each other's feelings. Miss each other. Find yourself during that time while you're missing each other, and then come back together, and it'll be a lot easier to connect with one another, because it's like both of you guys will have a better sense of self. and both of you guys will have missed each other. So when you guys receive each other, you'll be more open to the differences, because it's like you just want to see that person again. So maybe take some time to miss each other, and that's when you incorporate that physical touch. You know how those dates become routine. You just have that scheduled date every Friday. It's like every Friday we have chili sort of thing. Stop that routine. Miss each other, then come back in with physical touch, and you guys, I promise you guys, you would receive each other so much more. If you haven't met this person yet, let's see. If you haven't met this person yet, I'm not even doing that. I feel like you guys are just the same person. I'm gonna be honest here. I already feel you already know this person in your life. So, but let's see the energy, what you guys need to do to improve on this connection, should you guys need to be together. But I feel like I already covered it. Yeah, I pulled the Seven of Cups inverted for you. I'm gonna hold it up right so you can see it, but this is inverted. Knight of Swords and the Temperance card. Yeah, so let me break this down for this message. Seven of Cups, this is talking about choices. You have 7 choices. So that's the analogy. You have 7 cups, you make the choice of which cup do you want to fill. You have the choice to, you do have multiple choices in how you want to handle the situation, I feel. You don't have to listen to my advice, of course, but this message is just like, make a choice and commit to it. Knight of Swords, I feel, and with the Temperance card, this Knight of Swords just is like going into this, being sure of yourself. It's kind of taking off of this elk energy of where it's just like, be sure of yourself when you take this. Don't feel bad about asking to like miss each other. Show them this reading and be like, hey, look at this reading. I'm not saying we need distance from each other because I don't want to be with you. Just have patience with me. Temperance card. See it from the other side. Be on the same page with each other. Come up with a game plan for how you guys want to revive this, reignite this, and then commit to it. But I really do feel like you guys need to miss each other. I feel like that would really, you don't have to take that route, and I feel like you guys would still work it out because you guys are so intertwined. But I feel like that would be like the fast track. But I don't feel like someone's gonna be happy to hear about that. And it could be you. That's the reading I have for you though, Scorpio. Let me know how this reading resonated with you. I hope it did give you a sense of direction. And if it did, please remember to give me a like and subscribe, because it does help out my channel so much. But until next time, Scorpio, I love you so much. Goodbye.